With the St. Louis Fellows program, you're really making a commitment to learning about St. Louis.
We were also able to learn about the history of St. Louis, what challenges it currently faces, and how we as WashU students can contribute to the area.
Each of us was working at a different nonprofit organization or government organization in St. Louis.
Being a fellow at the Mosaic Project, it was nothing short of a transformative experience.
This opportunity gave me a lot of direction on the type of impact I want to have on my community.
St. Louis Fellows Program is really special. This is a comprehensive program to prepare students as future civic leaders. They're getting a wraparound curriculum and experience deeply engaging with the St. Louis community to learn from St. Louis and to develop as civic leaders, but also to contribute deeply to St. Louis. And part of the program is that they engage in a full-time summer internship with a nonprofit or civic organization. We really want our students to be helping to move St. Louis forward.
We have something kind of called the WashU bubble. That's the students kind of just staying on campus or just a little bit outside of it. But through the Fellows program and being with Betsy, she kind of took me to all these different locations like Casa de Salud, International Institute, and I was able to explore more about St. Louis.
I think that having a fellow work with nonprofits in the community gives them a chance to see the interactions that go on, and they get a broader view of what St. Louis is about. And they see the fact that nonprofits, civic engagement, government, business, universities all play a role, and they see a better view of that versus being just in the campus bubble.
I was accepted into the St. Louis Fellows program hosted by the Gephardt Institute at WashU, and I was selected as a Democracy Fellow, and they paired me with the Missouri Voter Protection Coalition. As an intern in MOVPC, I've learned that to defend the right to vote, we need to do so by educating voters in the street, but also by doing litigation work.
The Missouri Voter Protection Coalition has been so delighted to partner with the Gephardt Institute on a variety of civic engagement and pro-voting endeavors, but having fellows from the fellowship program, particularly Democracy Fellows, really has been life-changing for our organization, breathing new life into many of our community outreach programs, helping us expand our online and social media presence, and helping us really create the kinds of communications and policy arguments that will help ensure and engage young voters as well as voters around the region to participate.
I worked with Cortex Innovation District this summer, which was awesome. I'm majoring in economics and statistics, so I wanted something to kind of like play into my academic interests. And so that fit that really well. I got to work with some amazing people, and this is my first time working in the nonprofit sphere, so that was just an amazing experience.
As an intern working in downtown St. Louis, got a lot of experience that was very helpful. We spent time in the courthouse here downtown, and just on a day-to-day basis, I was helping the attorneys, whether they were preparing for their cases or going to trial on Zoom and going to hearings with the Missouri Public Service Commission in Jeff City. I'm interested in pursuing a career in law, and particularly in public interest law. And I think working over the summer, seeing the work that Bruce does, really made that tangible, to be able to see how you get to the point where you can be a civic leader and you're making change. So I was really grateful for that aspect as well.
This program really takes a village. We couldn't do it without our community partners that are so invested in our fellows, in their growth, inviting them into their organization and into their work. And we have people around the country who believe in the possibility of this program and in the possibility of our St. Louis Fellows. And they're investing in the program, and we are so grateful because they know what is happening in St. Louis, and they also know what our St. Louis Fellows will do as future civic leaders.
This is a chance as a nonprofit to get top talent and to have these bright young people like Jaqueen be part of the team. And not only does it help us do projects that we can't get to normally, such as an ecosystem evaluation that Jaqueen did on this ecosystem map and looked at all the players in the immigrant space, but he's bringing ideas to us, such as developing a chatbot so that immigrants who are going online have easier interaction with us. So we get the benefit of that technology knowledge as well.
So our intern came in. I gave her a framework of all of the things that I wanted these community members to learn about. And she developed a very comprehensive 20-week-long training program that mirrors a lot of well-respected docent training programs across the country, whether it be at the Smithsonian in DC or the Architectural History Tour in Chicago. Those are all professionals she was able to meet and glean things from as she developed our program.
Through the St. Louis Fellows Program, we're able to offer additional support through bright, excited, motivated students who are ready and willing to roll up their sleeves and make a real difference in the St. Louis region.
As a community leader, I really can't say enough about the power of the academic and community partnership that the Gebhardt Fellows Program has allowed our organization to be involved in. Because we know that when students are able to engage in real organizations, that they're more likely to stay involved in that work. They're more likely to stay here and be leaders in that community around them. And what an incredible benefit to the St. Louis community to have these brilliant young minds helping make sure that nonprofit social justice programs in the region are really meeting the needs of all of our region, including our young people.
As I was reflecting this morning, I was surprised and gratified and thankful that there are these students, these interns, these fellows our lives have touched in the past, and they are engaged in this kind of work.
Our students at Washington University have the opportunity to engage with neighborhoods from across our region. So from right here in the West End neighborhood to South City, North County, our students have the opportunity to get off of campus into the community, working alongside community members to make a real tangible difference in our region.
Our organization is called For the Ville. For the Ville is a community-based cultural organization located right here in the Ville neighborhood. Once they are introduced to this community, I think that they develop a deep appreciation, and almost instantaneously they reach out saying, well, how else can I help? You know, are there volunteer opportunities? How can I get more embedded in the community? Which I think is an amazing thing. It's showing that the narrative that we are sharing is having an impact on how they view St. Louis and how they view their work.
I think one thing that surprised me about St. Louis is how close the community is. I think that I came into St. Louis Fellows a skeptic about community planning and like making events that are community focused, because in my experience, like back in Arkansas, it was a lot harder to like get people to come to things, honestly. But I remember this summer, there were like several events that I went to, and I would go there and it would just like, it would be popping. Like there's like a lot of people there and they're all having a good time, and it was a really nice environment to be in where everyone was just like having fun with one another and just like building community.
During the community outreach event that MOVPC anchored this summer, including the Freedom Summer Series, it was incredibly gratifying to see other St. Louis Fellows. In those events, we were all working with our respective organizations, but with a common goal of reaching community and meeting people where they are at.
The St. Louis Fellows Program has been such an incredible success. It's truly modeling what it means to be in St. Louis, for St. Louis, and with St. Louis at WashU.
When we were out in the community and I would introduce Joaquin as being one of the Washington University Gebhardt Fellows, I think lots of people then were hearing that Washington University is making an investment in these students to do this work and be in the community. And in that way, it really demonstrates the commitment that the university has to getting more talent into the region and to helping support all of us that are looking to make St. Louis a more robust and desirable and thriving place. And that was really demonstrated when you have a person that is there, that is working with you on the ground, and it's more than just words.
When it works really well, and I witness students, really be proud of the relationships they've built or the work they've done, then I think we are accomplishing what we need to to retain the talent in St. Louis that WashU is creating.
We had 40 St. Louis fellows, and we served 31 nonprofit and civic organizations. And our goal is to keep going from there. We want to grow every year. Our big goal is to get to 100 fellows and the corresponding number of community partners per year. What we are finding is that there's a hunger for what this program has to offer, both to students and to the St. Louis community.